Hello, woman of faith. If you are questioning the goodness of God, I really want you to take this in. There are two things that I'm really pressed upon my heart to share with you. And the first is that when things are happening negatively in your life and you're seeing repercussions for your actions out of alignment with God's plan, if you're doing things that you know are against the word of God and then you're seeing negative things happen in your life, know that it's not God punishing you. All that is happening is he's releasing, it's the releasing of the result of what you're doing, because you're aligning with the enemy, is coming to pass, and God is allowing that to happen because of the free will that he's given you. So to put that in other words, when you're walking in alignment with God, you're getting the results of God. When you're not walking in alignment with God, you're walking in alignment with the enemy and you're getting the results of the enemy. And so many people who have faith and who don't have faith look at God and think that he's such a an unloving God. How can a loving God punish people in hell? How can a loving God put people in hell forevermore and where there's suffering and etc. etc. And the truth of the matter is, it's not God who's punishing people in hell. It is the devil himself and the absence of God that causes that torment. And God freely gives you the opportunity to be with him. And what people don't realize is, and the whole world is structured in a way to convince you, that they think that outside of God they have multiple choices and multiple avenues and multiple paths. There's only one path outside of God. The same way there's only one path to God through belief in the faith of Jesus Christ, there's only one path away from him, which is the enemy. No matter what it's dressed up as, no matter what it's called and what colors and what branding it is, anything that is not the path of God is the path of the enemy. And that is the path of destruction. So when you're walking in this world and you're choosing to live a life against God, and this life looks fun and pretty, just know that it's still a life of the enemy. And the person that you are aligning to hates you. The enemy, the devil, Satan, whatever you want to call him, hates you. And just like a frenemy is able to smile in your face, invite you over for dinner, flatter you, pretend to like you, meanwhile plotting your destruction and thinking the most evil thoughts about you in his head. And I hope that you haven't had those situations with friends, but I sadly have had that, where you have a friend and you think they're loving, you think they have your best interest, but they don't. And it's shocking because it's so believable. You're like, how can this person who I've spent so much time with, who has done so many nice things for me, who I laugh and joke with, how can they not like me? It has shocked me. Every time that's happened in my life, I'm still shocked. But God has really had to wake me up to the reality of the world and realize that all that appears is not as it seems. All that glitters is not gold. Every smile is not a friend. And that's why that saying is about the kisses of an enemy. When Judas betrayed Jesus, he did it through a kiss. So don't be fooled by nice treatment. It doesn't mean love. And sometimes the most loving people in your life are the people that tell you the harder things, are the people that set boundaries with you, are the people that don't always flatter you but are honest. Of course, they also encourage you as well. They also encourage you. But I say that to say, just because the enemy makes his things look good and he's treating you good and giving you cars and giving you money and giving you partners or whatever it is that you want, just because he's doing that doesn't mean he's on your side. He is waiting to destroy you. And that is the reality. And I had to come out of my Disney world that my friends always refer to me being in and realize that, do you know what? As much as in my mind I see all the good in people, the reality is there is the darkness in this world and it's coming for your soul. And it's not anything else it wants. Your soul. And your soul is captured through your attention, what you're focusing on, your 5-year life plan, your plan to get married, your plan to make millions. Whatever it is distracting you from the things of God. And I want you to know there's only one path outside of God. There's God and there's the opposite of God. There's no in between. That's why the Bible doesn't recognize lukewarm as, you're half okay. You're either in or you're out. That's just it. And you can't look at that and say, that's not fair. Who are you to say that's not fair? Did you create the earth? Are you going to jump off a building and have your head smashed to pieces and then say that's not fair. No, you respect the laws in the physical world, and in the same way we need to respect the laws in the spiritual world. And if God says, here are your options, me or that, those are your options, girl. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can moan about it, you can stress about it, you can think all these things about it like you know better, but you don't know better. These are spiritual things way above our comprehension, and we can never logic our way through it. We can only spirit our way through that level of understanding. So I want you to know that that boyfriend that you're sleeping with and those things that you're engaging with that are making you feel good and life is looking good on the outside, the enemy is waiting to turn all that stuff around. And you will look back in your life and see that every time you were sinning, it led to death. And it's not God in heaven punishing you. It's not that. He's over here loving you, pursuing you, praying for you, advocating for you, sending people to give you messages to get you back into the light so you're safe, you're protected, you're provided for, you're loved on. That is what he's doing. He is not the one punishing you. It's the enemy that hates you. He is trying to ruin your life by promising you all the good things in it. And no sensible person is going to turn up looking like a serial killer and asking you on a date. They're going to look like a normal guy, ask you on a date, and then try and chop you up, God forbid. But that's a hypothetical situation. Then the enemy's not going to come dressed with horns and pitchforks. He's going to look appealing. He's going to look attractive. He's going to sound good, smell good, all of the things. And so the things of the world sound good, smell good, all of the things feel good, but they lead to death. So I just want to say that because God gets a bad rap, and it's so upsetting that the marketing in this world makes him look like this horrible authoritarian figure that's, just pointing fingers and trying to punish people and be like, I'm going to put you in hell. No, you choose hell. He's like, come over here. He's warning you of what's over there because of the illusion. That's love. And it's not God that is punishing you. It's the enemy. It's the things outside of God. And when you're not walking with him, you're not under his covering. He can't protect you because he does it through permission. It's a permission thing. And in order to get permission, you need to be in alignment, which means obedience. Apple are not going to, cover your warranty if you put your iPad in the freezer or something, or you put it in mud and immerse it in oil. They're not then going to say, yeah, that's covered under the warranty. They want to protect it, so they give you the warranty. They have every intention. God wants to protect you, so he's like, yeah, say yes to the protection. Great. That's only part one. When you say yes to the Apple warranty, you then have to follow the instructions where it says, this is how you use this device, and this is what not to do. You can't get a warranty from Apple for protection for your iPad and then immerse it in oil and be like, well, why is it not covered? Who are you to say that? Apple gave you the warranty and they showed you how to get that warranty and have that protection and make sure that everything is working and fixed with that iPad. And the same is with the things of God. He's saying, I can protect you, I can provide for you, I can give you a future, purpose, all of the good things, life in eternity with him. But these are the things that get you there. And that's not narcissism. It's not controlling behavior. It's just common sense. Everything has structure. Everything that works has structure to it. Even the most beautiful, spontaneous things in nature have structure. And this is just God's structure. And it's either you're in or you're out. And that's simple. You don't need to get your Apple warranty. That's fine. It's up to you, girl. It's just be real about it. It's not because he's horrible and God's this and God's that you're not doing it. It's because you want to do your own thing, which is fine. You have freedom of choice. But don't blame him. Don't act like, oh, I'm not going to God because he's horrible. You're not going to God because you want to do the things you want to do. God is love. And if you open up to him and you give him a chance, you'll know he's love. And you probably already know. Deep down, you know God is love. You know it. You just don't want to live by those rules. And I just want to be real and get you to be real with yourself. God is love, and the things of the world are harming you. And that is what he's trying to protect you from. But you're free to make that choice. You're free to live and have fun and do whatever you want. And just know that it does lead to death. It will lead to things dying in your life. But there is the option of God on the other side. There is that option where you're able to have a God who truly knows you, loves you, wants the best for you, and is real with you. A real father corrects you, helps you be better, but loves anew, and all of the good things as well. So I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.